Today's guest is someone who's quietly shaped how enterprise IT functions across India and broader API region. Someone who's not just seen transformation but delivered it time and again.
When I started with the ESPL's Mohali, a computer manufacturing company, then at that time very few people knows about the computers. And I was very excited at that particular time that I have to work on new technology.
Sir, you've
Yeah.
taken total customer experience from 90% to 96%, which is no small feat. What did you change or improve on the ground, especially when it came to managing partners and service delivery?
First is you can say that I believe that people who are in front of customers are the real investors of your organization.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, a podcast by Directors Institute, World Council of Directors. Each episode, we sit down with global leaders, boardroom veterans, and future ready strategists to explore how leadership is changing in a world shaped by disruption, ESG, digital governance, and decisive vision. Today's guest is someone who's quietly shaped how enterprise IT functions across India and broader API region. Someone who's not just seen transformation but delivered it time and again. With 37 plus years of experience, Mr. Kartar Chand has led indirect delivery and vendor ecosystems for some of the most complex partner led operations in tech. From driving India's total customer experience from 90 to 96% to being personally acknowledged by senior global leadership at HPE for his cost optimization excellence, his track record is built on consistency, credibility, and quiet leadership. Mr. Kartar, we're truly glad to have you with us today on FaceTime with Leaders. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tanay, for the warm introductions. I'm happy to be here and I'm excited to share my journey, experience, and learning with you and your viewers.
Lovely, sir. So let's keep things simple to begin with. Mr. Kartar, could you please take us through your journey so far? Like, where did it all start? What led you to where you are today?
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Tanay. So let me take you through my journey. You can say that 37 or 40 years back, 4 decades back, I started my journey. It evolved with the technology. When I started with the ESPL's Mohali, a computer manufacturing company, then at that time, very few people knows about the computers. And I was very excited at that particular time that I have to work on new technology. I used to assembles means the component level assembly of the computers, then integrations, then component level of troubleshootings of those computers, personal computers. So initially, I spent 3 years in the production halls. Then I started going to the customer locations for installations, implementations, and break fix all across the country. So initial, this was basically my journey started from the company. Then I moved into corporate companies like district equipment corporations, Compaq computer corporations, then Hewlett Packard, and last in HPE. So if I correlate my journey with the technology or hardware point of view, see it starts from the mainframe, then single individual PCs, then servers, then server client network. That one branch is having one servers, and there are a number of client connected to this, but there is no internet or no further connectivity. Then it comes to basically worldwide web, then mobile technology. So this is where basically organizations level of networks, then connecting people and connecting worlds. If I talk about the industries where I have worked through these companies, so you can name any company where everywhere the computerizations has happened, and I have contributed, I have supported, I have installed and implemented. It's a banking segments, or it is steel plants or sugar mills or You can say that manufacturing companies like Maruti, JCB, Honda. If I talk about this universities, then all the REC and university have done the networking at that particular time. And most of the time I spend with the telecom. So telecom, you can say that today we have a very three or four players in the market. But when telecom was on boom, on boom, then it was a TTSL, Aircel, Etisalat, Idea, Spice. So I have worked HFCL, or I have worked with all these companies. I've implemented their prepaid solutions, postpaid solutions, value-added services, SMSC, then telco and IT solutions. So I was involved from all the rollout from 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G rollouts, from data centers to branch level network. So this is the journey. If I talk about the telecom and this thing, other telecom, what if I compare this journey with the how the IT is today and how was the IT earlier. So earlier you can see that there was no internet, no connectivity. For small things I have to travel to all the customer locations. But now more the IT has shaped a lot. More the problems are getting basically resolved remotely. Even the equipment are so intelligent as on today that automatic error detection and correction is also theirs. So that is also happening. So I have seen that drastic change or improvement, we can say, the IT has changed in this world. Uh, so in this entire journey, I've learned a lot of things. Whenever I was working as individual contributors, if I'm just going through that, how my leadership has changed from individual contributor to a APJ level of leader. So when I was working individually as a technical expert at that time, uh, the requirement was only to have a technical savvy. But whenever you are becoming a manager and then leaders, then there are many other skills which are required. Like like if you have to do a long term planning, you have to do a problem solving. So whenever I have to do some long term planning, or maybe some vision behind, we have to convert vision into reality. Then I always use strategic thinking approach for proactive and long term planning. It requires environmental scannings, system thinking. System thinking means process flow, how the things are going, connecting all the dots, SWOT analysis of your organization, yourself, your organizations, your customers, your partners. That is very, very important. Things will not go or move as you think or as you wish. So whenever things are going wrong, then you have to do a scenario planning. What will be the plan A? What will be plan C, B, plan C? Then resources planning and allocation. This include your budget, talent, timelines. Then we have to do a risk assessment, stakeholder alignment, and adaptive learning. Because whenever things are not going as per your requirement, you have to keep changing. You have to changing or modify your plan. That is the far long term plannings and visions, basically converting vision into reality. Now, in day to day operations, it is not that things will go as per you. So you have to do a critical thinking for problem solving and improve your decision quality, short term goals. So to do a critical thinkings, we require basically data driven approach, observations, then analysis, inference, problem management. See, whatever we are doing, the objective of that is to basically either we have to solve a customer's problem, or we have to do a value addition in customer's business. So it is very important. Whatever we plan, do, and execute, we should be having a customer-centric mindset. That is, and that is very, very important. And one thing which I have learned, that we cannot keep customer happy till the time your employees and your partners are happy. So I always use take care of my people, my partners, and create a win-win framework for people, partners, and customers. If I see my learning and what are my leadership skills or traits which I do have, if I see long term planners and problem solvers that make me a strategic leaders. If I see customer people and partner centric, then I'm a servant leaders. I always embrace learning, adapt to change, shaping organization that makes me transformation leaders. I do have a great collaborations with internal and external stakeholders that makes me participative or democratic leader. And last but not least, my data-driven approach and living the core value makes me data-informed and ethical leaders. So this is all from my all of my brief of my journey till date for last 37 years, Mr. Tane.
Lovely, sir. I think it's like you said, it's would have been an incredible journey, and I'm sure our audience will learn a lot today. Sir, you've
Yeah.
taken total customer experience from 90% to 96%, which is no small feat. What did you change or improve on the ground, especially when it came to managing partners and service delivery?
Yeah, this is a great question, Mr. Tane. So I discussed and explained that I have a huge experience myself supporting customer in the field. And before coming to this role, I was having a big team who was supporting customers in the field. So I understand the customer business very well and impact of any outage to customers' business. So that is always in top of my mind. That is always so I always keep customer first. So I use this experience in improving the TC through partners. So I've taken two major approach. One is, first is you can say that I believe that people who are in front of customers are the real ambassadors of your organization. So I started making sure that whatever vision, mission, or strategy processes which we are making the corporate office should be fully understood by the people in front of who are in front of customers, whether these are the direct engineers or partner engineers. So this is a top-down approach, we can say. Secondly, I started listening the feedback with empathy from the field team. What kind of challenges those people are having, what kind of challenges they wanted to basically pass on to us, which customers are facing. So take corrective and preventive action. This is the bottom-up approach. So these two approaches helping field team to feel valued and engaged. When your team is feeling valued and engaged, they do wonders. So as per the study that 80% failures are due to people and processes only. Only 20% failures are due to technology. Different studies may have a different numbers, but this is the one study which I have gone through. And if we are engaging people and giving them value, then we are addressing 80% of the problems at customer locations. So this may include your technical skills, soft skill, process knowledge, customer-centric mindset, and many more. Apart from these two approaches, there are some other actions which we have taken, like recognitions of customer champions, problem management means your root cause analysis and corrective action plan whenever any problem happens, go into the deep, not to fix that particular problem, how can avoid this type of problem in futures. I educated my team to be a trusted advisors, understand customers environment, their business critical factors, and suggesting the right product and services to meet customers' requirement. Then proactive engagement and relationship management. So if I talk about this customers principle of the customer services, see, one thing is very clear: whenever customer is purchasing a product, then they are using the product. If they are using they are purchasing the services, they wanted their operation to be running 24 cross 7 cross 365 days. There should not be any outage, because everything as on today, everything is online, whether it is a railway, air ticketing, or it is a telecom, phone, SMS, everything is online. So that is very important, that I have basically inculcated in the DNA of my team. There is one study which is saying that if you are having a satisfied customers, 65% business will come from those. And if your satisfaction of your customer is much more percentage, then your business will go very high. Some of the principle which I have learned and I am using day to day, and I am ensuring that my partners and my engineers are also doing, that is, one is empathy, understands customers' concern. Second one is responsiveness. Another one is clarity, then consistency, respect, and accountability. This is very important whenever you are there in customer services. So TC is not one person's efforts; it's a collective outcome of our vision, our mission, our products, our quality policies, and mm, mm, our partners, employees, and even our customers also. Customers are also, we can say that we are the one part of that. Whenever we are working with the customers, we are not saying that you are different from me. So that is very important. So this is in brief about my customer experience journey, Mr. Tane.
Yeah, I think very well said. So, and again, a huge learning for everybody that it comes down to empathy, to basics of customer relationships, which in essence helps grow your business. So, as the indirect delivery manager for India, you are working with a vast partner network. How did you make sure the service quality stayed consistent, especially when you were relying on so many external vendors?
Yeah, this is a great question. So, see, every organization, as the similar to mine also, large percentage of business is being done through the direct. Uh, it is through channel partners, it is through multi vendors, or it is through many other partners. So it may be retailers. That is happening in the industries. And similar is the case of services also. We are also doing a lot of business through our channel partners, neutral service provider, and multi-vendor support partners. So when we are working with dozens of partners, companies across metros and deep tier 3 cities and markets, consistency is not a given. It had to be designed into the systems. It requires structure, framework, and systems. We made robust support structures, system in place to govern our partners. This is not a person specific. This is a system driven. Some of the example I can share with you, like we are having a performance monitoring and measurement systems. We are adhering to quality standards like ISO and CMMI and many more. We do have a clear cut frequency of the governance. It is on weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly, and we are having a periodic audit. So some of the parameters we are monitoring on the weekly basis, some are monthly, some are quarterly. So that is happening. We do have a knowledge database management system, where basically we are learning from the previous mistakes or previous problems and taking a corrective and preventive measures. Then we are having a problem management systems to do a permanent fix. Like we have to develop a firmware, bug fix, patches, so that problem should not be repeat. Apart from this, there are some of the leadership attributes and skills which are helping to manage such a big network, partner network, like act with integrity, empower others, make decisive moves, build trust, promote collaborations. So these are some of the leadership principles which we have been basically practicing day in, day out. And we have basically created a win-win propositions which is helping elevating our partner ecosystems, building a long-term relationship. Long-term relationship. Yeah.
True, sir, I think. Very well said. So I think, like you said, relationships are something that last beyond people, and that's very important for everyone to remember.
Right.
So I would like to zoom in on something specific. When you are managing such complex delivery and partner structures, governance becomes key. What frameworks or practices did you implement to ensure compliance, quality, and smooth escalation management?
Yeah, this is also great questions, Mr. Tane. So let me take you through the governance, how we are doing. So managing indirect delivery across India and APJ with dozens of vendors, partners, and hundreds of engineers under different partner umbrella. Governance is not a checklist. It is operating systems where we have a shared vision and objective. We align all the partners to our strategic goals and desired outcomes. We do have a defined roles and responsibility, reducing ambiguity and overlaps. So then it comes to performance metrics and KPIs. Yeah, we do have a prerequisite, clearly defined SLA, penalty, and even bonuses also. Then we do have a decisions making structures up to what at a certain level our partner can take decision at what in which cases partner has to come to us to basically discuss jointly and take a decisions. We do have a risk management protocols like operation, financial, and legal, that is also very well defined. Conflict resolution mechanism is there, and exit strategy and review cycle is also there. That is a basically framework which we do have. Apart from this is not the basically complete, we can say, a governance system. See, see, our customer business, which is basically we are supporting through our partners, is having high high risk natures. And in these ecosystems, if one weak note can impact customers' trust, there will be a compliance issues, then there will be a SLA related issue, or maybe sometimes it may go to the legals also. So partner governance system is not just about oversight, but it is about orchestrations. Governance for me is not a risk management. It is how we ensure repeatability at scale, especially when you are not the one who is physically delivering the services. That is a trust engine. Trust engine. So governance refers to me, I can say that it is a framework of rules, practices, and procedures by which we control our company, our partners, and we ensure accountability, fairness, and transparency.
Yeah, I think the last three words you said are something that everyone should note in their head: accountability, transparency. These are words that make a business, right? Mr. Kartar, now moving on to something fun, which is our rapid fire round. This basically involves quick answers only, no overthinking, and you can answer in one word or one sentence. So, are you
Great.
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, one word your team would use to describe you.
Yeah, so my team always say very comfortable working with you, like working at home.
Lovely. Your first job ever and one thing it taught you.
Yeah, so my first job in PSPL, and the one thing which I have learned is never give up.
Lovely. One dish that instantly reminds you of home.
Yeah, I'm North Indian, but I love South Indian food, so
Oh,
idli dosa. Yeah.
lovely. One, one book, movie, or quote that stuck with you.
Yeah, so if I'm talking about the book, so you can win a book from Shikeda. That is, I read, I think, more than 10 times. Uh, Film Upmar, there's with Manoj Kumar and Asa Parekh. So I'm the very old timer, so you can see that.
Yeah,
I love this film. And one quote which always stuck in my mind, that is clarity in mind, purity in heart, and sincerity in executions.
lovely. If you could give one piece of advice to your 30-year-old self, what would it be?
Should have work-life balance. That is this.
Lovely, sir. That was fun. Thank you for playing along. Now, let's get back to the slightly serious stuff. Mr. Kartar, given your leadership in managing indirect delivery and vendor ecosystems across India and APJ, how do you ensure transparency and prevent risks like kickbacks or vendor favoritism, especially in a landscape where, as seen in the 2019 Indian IT services scandal, some vendor managers awarded contracts to underqualified partners in exchange for personal gain?
Yeah, this is great questions, Mr. Tanay. So, now what I can say that this is not about top operation, but about the ethical leadership, risk foresight, and culture building mindset. This is a valid concern which you have shared and you have discussed of one of the incident. When you're operating in large fragmented vendors ecosystems, the opportunity of ethical slip up does exist, whether it is intentional or due to oversight. So, what I would like to say that organization culture, value, and principles plays a very good role here. And I'm lucky that I got chance to work such a great companies where these moral values are lived. Every employee has to complete a standard of business conduct training in every quarters, and this is mandatory. No slippage in that, or no awareness of that. That is very important. Every module is getting repeated in every years. So it is always top of every individual's mind that they have to work on an ethical way. That is one thing. And if I talk about the system, then in our systems, onboarding and deboarding of partner is not one person responsibility or responsibility or decisions. We have a global procurement, vendor management, operation management system. They work together, and we float RFP, and all the selection is being done on the RFP on the basis of RFP. All the processes are fair and transparent. We have a certain criteria and where we and worldwide standards where we evaluate partners, like we do a SWOT analysis of our partners company and give a rating accordingly. We do a moral and social values evaluation of our partner companies. Then we do a evaluation of their capacity and capabilities of our partners. All these well evaluation is done by different accountable teams, and when it comes to a commercial negotiation, then it will be done by our global procurement teams. So you can see that one person is not responsible, or one person is not take a decisions in this pure ecosystems. I can say that we have a system and robust structure in place, and we have a zero compromise policy.
Yeah, I think like if it's not just one person, it's a system built, then these
Yeah.
checks are easier to place.
Okay. So just to add on that,
Yeah.
uh, yeah. So in nutshell, I can say that We have prepared a robust systems for prevention, detection, and response against unethical practices. For me, governance is not about catching people doing wrong. It is creating an environment where right things are easy to do and wrong things hard to hide. So, robust governance drives sustainable scales, protect brand trust, and empower good people to thrive. Yeah.
Lovely. Sir, you've recently joined Directors Institute. What made you take that step, and how has that experience helped shape your boardroom readiness or strategic thinking?
Yeah, so Mr. Tanay, after spending nearly 4 decades in delivery, governance, and transformation, so now I wanted to move from managing systems to shaping them, from operation to oversight. It is like shifting from being an architect on site to being a city planner board. Same DNA, but higher order lenses. Director Institute experience helped me to develop fluency in the areas like ESG, succession planning, cybersecurity risk, long-term strategy, all of which go beyond my prior delivery KPIs. The modules made me reframe some of the work I have done in vendor governance and cost optimization, not just as executions, but as enterprise risk control and shareholder protections, basically. With my extensive experience in strategy leadership in the enterprise IT sectors, I can say, spanning executions, cost optimization, vendor governance, customer-centric transformations. Now I seek to leverage my operation acumen to contribute to the board level. My aspirations is to serve as an independent director who champions principled governance, foster long-term value creations, and uphold the highest standards of transparency and ethical leadership.
Lovely, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your thoughts and ideas. I think, and for, of course, joining us today. More importantly, for how you lead, what's your journey been? Because I think it's been a great knowledge session for all our viewers, from operational rigor to governance insights and a dash of nostalgia in the rapid fire round. I think it's been a real pleasure, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tenay, for your time and nice discussions. I would like to thank Direct Institute for broadening my horizons of leadership and providing a new directions and getting me ready for boardroom. Thank you very much.
Yeah. To everyone listening, whether you're running vendor systems, leading customer operations, or simply figuring out your next leadership move, we hope this episode helped you see that consistent values-led leadership takes you in the long game. This is FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute. Until next time, lead with integrity, stay future ready, and of course, have fun in your journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.